Hey everyone, welcome to Rethink Health. My name is Daniel, and on this channel I teach and promote how we can eat and live that leads to a healthy lifestyle for the whole family. And today on this video I want to talk to you about the top 3 things that you can do to have a healthy gut, coming up next on Rethink Health. Recently I've been doing a lot of studying about the importance of having great gut health, the health of your bowels. Our cells in our gut alone outnumber the rest of our body 10 to 1. There are over 100 trillion of them, and actually over 500 different species of cells, good bacteria. They say that the majority of our immune system comes from the gut, and it just makes so much sense because there are, everything goes in down the esophagus, in our stomach. It's digested with the different acids going in it, into the small intestine, into the large intestine, and out of the body. And so our bowels, they're like a sewage system, and a lot of us, our bowels are in not good shape at all. So this sewage is just sitting in there for days, right? Sometimes a lot of people, it's common today to not have a bowel movement for like 3 to 5 days. And your sewage, really, like the bowels, they take what's good out of the food that you eat, and your cells, it fuels your body. It gives you the nutrients you need through the food you eat, and then takes what it doesn't need out. And so if that's just sitting in there for days, it's going to build up a lot of toxins, and it's not healthy. And then those toxins are going to start to leak through the gut and spread into other organs. And a lot of people, we start to see some symptoms, but then we kind of maybe ignore them, and then they keep building up, and before you know it, you are really sick. One day you're just really sick. So we really need to guard the health of our bowels. I believe it starts there. If you want to be healthy, you need to start with your bowels, making sure they are clean and they are working properly. And I have a few links on how do I know if my bowels are working properly. I'll link up a couple of things below of articles that show you exactly how your bowels should be working to know if they are healthy or not, and if you need to change some things. But today we're going to focus on 3 things that you can do to improve your gut health. Because today our immune systems are pretty much non-existent. You know, we're getting sick more often. The 24-hour flu is turning into a week or 2 weeks. You know, the typical cold, the seasonal cold is gonna come on, and it'll go away, then it'll come back again, right after you just finished it. Or it will last longer. It will last months instead of just a week. It will turn into pneumonia. It's getting worse and worse. Our immune systems are just not working, and the majority of our immune system is in our gut. Like I said, our bowels are backed up. There's toxins in them. The lining is being torn apart, really, and it's clogged with toxins, parasites, whatever. It's not healthy, and in turn our body is not healthy and not able to easily fight things off. And the proof of this lies in, a lot of the symptoms we have today are from our bowels, like diarrhea, constipation, irritable bowel syndrome, bloating, pain, weight gain. You know, they're all surrounded by what is going on in our gut. And then a lot of the other chronic diseases that we see today stem from our gut, autoimmune diseases, whatever it is. I believe it all stems from the gut. And we see in people today, when you start cleaning up your diet and cleaning up your bowels, that these symptoms start to go away. See, our body is one system, and when the gut is going to heal, it's going to be able to clean and keep clean the other organs, allowing the body to do what it does, allowing it to heal, because it does such a good job at that if we just allow it and give it what it needs to do the job. So we'll dive right into the 3 things that I believe that you need to do in your life, with your family, with your kids, that will help you as it has helped me and my family to have a healthy gut. So 3 practical things that I do to have a healthy gut, and that I believe will help you and your family, your kids, to have a healthy gut as well. There's no particular order. I believe having all three of them together will really help. There's not really one above the other. The number one thing that you need to do is cut out sugar and processed foods. Now, I don't mean completely cut out. Like, everyone's different. You know your body best, and you know what you can do. Gradually try to eat less and less processed foods and less sugar. Like, look at the labels, see what you're eating. Like, how much sugar is actually in this? Think, if this has an expiry date of 2 years, it's probably got a lot of preservatives in it. Or if it's got a long list of words that you can't pronounce, you have no idea what they are, it's probably not good. Probably filled with preservatives. A lot of pre-cut packaged meats is one. A lot of fast food. We really need to cut out the fast food. I mean, it's nice for a treat here and there, but it cannot be in our regular routine each week. And say if you eat out 5 times a week, well, try this week eating out 4 times a week. And do that for a week or 2, and then try just 3, and gradually cut it out. Don't just cut it out all at once, because your body isn't going to handle that well, and it's going to be hard to break that addiction, and you'll just fall into it again. So cut out sugar and processed foods, and the majority of our food needs to be plant-based. Raw, whole food. Think, like, just for example, sugar. What we eat of sugar is often refined and processed, right? It's not natural. It's not in its normal state, right? So we need to buy sugar and eat sugar that is natural or organic. It just means natural, and that isn't processed. So buy the cane sugar that hasn't been broken down and processed. Cells cannot thrive in a toxic and deficient environment. And sugar and processed food, it just kills our bowels. It creates acidity in our body, which kills our cells, and we're deficient because it doesn't have any nutrients for our cells to do their job. Number 2 is filling our diet with fiber and fiber supplements if we need. I believe today our soil to begin with is deficient, and then our produce is deficient, and even by the time it gets to us, it's deficient in a lot of the minerals, vitamins, the nutrients that we need today. So I believe supplementing is very important in the day and age that we live. We just cannot get what we used to be able to get 100 years ago from food. So fiber is so important. In the standard American diet today, the average person has less than 8 to 10 grams of fiber a day. And we need at least 25 to 30 or more grams of fiber today for our bowels to work properly, right? And so we're not getting that. We're very deficient in the fiber. So from food, where can we get fiber from food? Avocados, berries, especially raspberries and blackberries, blueberries too. Lentils, peas, some nuts and seeds like hemp seeds, flax seeds, chia seeds, 2 tablespoons of chia seeds or flax seeds, maybe hemp seeds too. They're all really good in fiber. Is like half of your serving of fiber for the day. And also as well, to get more of a fiber supplement that's quick and easy and convenient, the dietary herbal fiber. Herbal fiber is a mix of that we have here on Rethink Health in our products page. It's a mix of, I think, 13 to 15 different herbs that are all good for different parts of the bowel, for cleansing, detoxifying and nourishing the bowel, the lining of the bowel, to really give you good movements, give you really good peristalsis, the wave that creates that bowel movement to come naturally and just to come out with ease. Has really helped our family, especially with babies, even toddlers. If anyone is constipated, if we had a time where we weren't really eating great, we had, it's around a birthday or something where we had cake, ice cream, a lot of junk food, then we would supplement with herbal fiber, and he'd go from having constipation in the morning, and then he'd have that mix of herbal fiber in an applesauce or whatever, and then later on the day or the next day, he would be perfect again. And we notice it all the time happen. It's great. So the third thing that we need to have is probiotics. And probiotics is good bacteria. And your gut needs good bacteria. It needs a good ratio of good and bad bacteria, just a little bit of bad bacteria and a lot of good bacteria. Now, I've tested it. We use kombucha and kefir. They're two things. I'll also send links to those in this. You can get probiotic supplements. We have one here at Rethink Health, but also you can make it naturally at home. And they're found in foods as well, a lot of fermented foods, kimchi, sauerkraut, yogurt. I found that when I have kombucha, just a little bit a day, like maybe like half a cup or a cup a day, and it keeps things flowing really good. If I don't have it, and I tried it out for a week, I didn't have it at all for a week, and it wasn't as good for sure. It wasn't consistent. Daily, we need to be having bowel movements every day, or else the sewage system right in our bowels is going to build up and the toxins are going to sit there. So it needs to be coming out. You think of your last meal, it needs to come out 24 hours later at least, right, to keep those bowels clean. And also, I'll just give you a little bonus as well. In the evenings, a lot of people have cravings in the evenings for junk, and I do too, I know. So I find something that helps, and it helps the gut as well. When I feel maybe some symptoms of a cold coming on, I will have ginger tea or green tea or lemon tea. I find especially with ginger tea that it helps tremendously, especially in the evening, right before bed, and it has time to work. Your stomach is probably digested from supper, and it's in there right through, so it can kind of work through the night. Getting ginger, because it's like all the antis, I call them, like anti-inflammatory, and that will cut down the inflammation in your cells, which inflammation causes sickness. So, and also ginger essential oil is good to put on your skin, put on your stomach. So I hope you enjoyed this video. The top 3 things. First is cut out processed sugar and refined foods. Number 2 is add fiber. We need to get lots of fiber in our diet for things to move well. Number 3 is good bacteria, probiotics. So please check out the show note links. Feel free to subscribe for more videos and like this one. Leave a comment. Any questions, I'll try to answer them. This is rethinkhealth.com. Talk to you later.